So let's look at another one. The prediction of Khawarij. Another hadith, this is in Sahih Muslim. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that there would be two groups in my ummah, and there would emerge another, the third group, and the party nearer to the truth among the two would kill the third one. The people had no clue what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying that time, but when this battle happened, people started to realize, okay, that was what it meant, the prediction. So let me give you another background. Actually, continuing from where we left the Battle of Jamal, what really happened was this story of Aisha radiallahu anha that was finished in 36 Hijrah itself, but Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, he was the governor of Syria, right? And he was actually cousin of Uthman radiallahu anhu. And now that his tribe called Banu Umayyah, he was the leader. After Uthman radiallahu anhu, he became the leader of the tribe. And he was like, my family member is killed, now I'm not going to keep quiet like this. So he insisted, he tried so many ways. He tried to convince Ali radiallahu anhu that it's taking too long. So many months passed by, now you have to take a decision. You have to punish them. I cannot wait, I cannot tolerate this. I cannot let my family to have like this. And we're talking about a Khalifa, and such a nice person that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam loved. How can you shelter the murderers of such a man? So he kept insisting, and Ali radiallahu anhu, his point was same. I need some more time. I am angry at the murder too, but I want to make sure everything is in place. Muawiyah radiallahu anhu said, fine, if you are not going to punish, I'm going to punish myself. So he had his whole army. The Syrian people, they loved Muawiyah like something. Obviously the Sahabi, they see how wise, how just this person is, and how great the worship is. They start loving people, and he had a lot of support from Syrian people. And Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, we also know that he was a very good Sahabi as well. But it's just, again, comes back to the same point that people can differ over certain matters, and now it is more emotional matter as well. Your family member is killed, and now you just can't sit like that, and nothing is happening, and these murderers of Uthman radiallahu anhu are just sitting, enjoying their victory. So they couldn't just take it. So he said that, okay, I'm going to come with my army and kill those people. He didn't want to fight Ali. He just wanted to kill the murderers. Ali radiallahu anhu, he got upset with that. He was saying, this execution that you want to do, that is not in your hands. Capital punishment can only be given by the Khalifa, and you're not the Khalifa. It is the job of the Khalifa to punish people. Muawiyah radiallahu anhu didn't agree with him, and when he started to attack Ali radiallahu anhu, he blocked him, and the battle started. So we had two huge armies trying to clash with each other, and you just won't believe it how much of bloodshed was caused in these battles. All the battles that we discussed till now, Badr, Uhud, and Khandaq and Fath Makkah, Hunain, all those things, if you combine all those number of people who were shaheed, that was nothing. You're talking about thousands, more than 10,000 people who were like really killed in this battle from both the sides. That was so bloody battle. Anyways, so what happened was that in this, it was kind of a draw. This battle of Siffin, that was when Muawiyah radiallahu anhu and Ali were fighting, and they reached a point where it was a draw, and they said that, we just can't lose people like this. Let's sit together and talk. Let's see if we can reach a compromise. Let's finish this. It's not good to continue like this. So what happened? They did talk, and somehow it didn't really work out. So long story short, what happened is, at the end, they said Muawiyah is going to rule Syria, and Ali radiallahu anhu will rule the rest of the world. So that was kind of the decision that was made. So when that decision was made, there was this one group There was this one group in Ali's army, the Khawarij. They were not known by that name, but there was this strange people, strange Muslims really, and they were very angry. What happened? They said that, why did Ali do that? He doesn't have any right to make such discussions with Muawiyah. They said, they basically quoted some verses and they said that the decision rests to Allah and it's not Ali's job to decide, that such compromise should be made. And they basically had distorted logic. They didn't have the correct theology, and they said that Ali, how can he give up Khilafah like this? He doesn't have the right to do that. And why Ali didn't take the war booty? All these battles Rasulullah took war booty, and how can he just do that? So they were like, you're going against Islam, going against Sharia. So they just split, and their ideology was so dangerous. They said that all those people who were involved in this battle, Aisha, Ali and Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, all their army, everybody's a kafir. Everybody's a kafir. And only that group, they thought they were Muslims. And actually they had very large numbers. They were like about 12,000 people. 12,000 is a huge number. Their ideology, there was like spreading. And just remember that in these 12,000 people, none of them were the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They were outsiders. New Muslims perhaps, and they learn things here and there. None of them were scholars even. So they just had these superficial arguments, and obviously we're talking about Ali radiallahu anhu. He tried to refute them, but they won't understand. Because scholars cannot really debate with foolish people. But actually interesting thing is that Khawarij people, they were not bad Muslims if you look from the outer perspective. They are very, very good worshippers. And they were very pious people. They were many memorizers of Quran as well within them. Among 8,000? Oh, subhanAllah. So they're like, so what happened was their ideology became so dangerous that they said everybody's a kafir, and they started killing all these different people. They're like, their blood is halal for us. They're no longer Muslims, so just kill them, whoever was involved in all this fitna. And they got so much dangerous that they moved to this place, all these 12,000 people. And Nahrawan, they killed the governor, the Muslim governor, and he had a female servant. She was pregnant. They killed the woman, they killed the baby. And they became so disgusting. And they had this, ideologically, their problem, they just really came out of Islam. We know that Aisha, Ali and Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, they had difference of opinion, but they were still inside Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. They had, their methodology was correct, even though their decisions were not that perfectly aligned. But this group, Khawarij, they were completely outside of Islam. Actually, yeah, the one that I have, they said Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, he actually came and debated with them. And 1,800 of them got convinced with the argument of Abdullah ibn Abbas, and he was able to take them back. But this remaining people were still there, and Ali radiallahu anhu, he couldn't take it. He just saw that people were getting killed by this group. I have to stop it, and he reluctantly had to take that decision, and all those people were killed. All of them, all Khawarij were killed, and that was called the Battle of Nahrawan. Except 9. 9 of them managed to escape, and actually we'll see later how Ali radiallahu anhu, he was killed by one of these people later on. So they were involved in the poison dagger, they killed him. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was one time, he was distributing a war booty to people, and a lot of treasure basically, and when he was distributing, he was giving different amount to different people. Obviously he's a prophet, he is the most just person, but his idea was that if I give more to someone who is very new Muslim, or very, he can enter into Islam and his iman can get strong, he would give more to it. So this time what happened was that there's this one person who said that fear Allah, Ya Rasulullah, fear Allah, you're not doing justice. So just imagine, all Sahaba were surprised, why is this guy saying? He's telling Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to fear Allah and that he is not doing justice. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Allah trusted me with the prophethood on this earth, and you are telling me to fear Allah and do justice. So anyways, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yeah, Umar radiallahu anhu, he said his trademark statement, Ya Rasulullah, allow me to kill him, chop off his head. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam calmed him down, but he said that out of this man's seed there shall come a people who will recite Quran, but it will not pass their throats. Not pass their throats. And they will pass through the religion the way an arrow passes through its quarry, or that thing. So that's what the prediction that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said there. And he said that they will be very pious, but their Islam will not pass their throat. Remember the word, he said pious. They are pious. They really look like they're worshipping. It's not that they have problem with their sincerity. Their heart, they are all good, but the problem is here. The way they think, it's like they don't go to scholars to learn Islam. They just listen to some verses and they say, okay, this is what I think is correct. And it gets so extreme that they are like, he's kafir and that is kafir, let's kill him, and this. So that was strange group, really. People just cannot imagine. These are so pious people, how can they have such a problem? But that did happen. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's really amazing what he said. He said, if I live to see them, verily I shall kill them, the way tribe of Ad was killed. He said that if I were to live, I will kill them. And Ali radiallahu anhu remembered this, and he said that, that he remembered what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that, and then he took the decision of Battle of Nahrawan, and he killed all of them. And he felt happy that the prediction of Allah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came true, because remember this hadith, he said that party nearer to the truth among the two would kill the succeeding one. Now that gave comfort to Ali radiallahu anhu, but that basically means the fight that he had with Aisha radiallahu anha and Muawiyah radiallahu anha, it means that Ali was on the more closer to the truth side. So that's one thing. So that's how scholars said that, how Ali was closer to the truth. And subhanallah, we will end up here, but the interesting thing that we need to learn here is that there are different kind of Muslims that we see all around us. Even until this day, there are some Muslims, there are some groups, there are some scholars who are really perfect in the sense that their decisions, their fatwas are correct. And there are groups who are within Ahlul Sunnah, but sometimes they can make wrong judgments. So that happens. The scholars can make mistakes. But there are other groups as well who look very nice, but they take extreme positions. That happens in every century and age. We leave all the judgment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's the one who decides. We don't go about telling he's kafir, he's that. But we just stick to our scholars. Whenever some problem happens, we just go to scholars, ask them, what does Quran Sunnah say? So they will say, these are the evidences, this is the correct methodology. So just because you memorize a lot of Quran doesn't really mean that whatever you say is correct, because there are principles involved. Subhanallah, according to their ideology, if you commit even one sin, you're out of Islam. That's how they thought. So if outsider, the people will be so amazed, wow, they don't even commit one sin. And obviously they were really particular about it. But if something goes wrong in your head, if that's not what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is wishing, and you're giving all this judgment, that's a very serious matter. And be careful, these people will exist in your neighborhood. They just, you have to be very careful. See what their ideology is, see what they are thinking, what are the evidences that they are following. Are they just making up things, or do they have a scholarly background or connection with some scholars? That is very important. All throughout these ages, brothers and sisters, everyone, whenever a problem happened, they went to the scholars and took the religion from them.